Undercover boss of the new series is in for a few unpleasant surprises of his own.
Bleak economic times have spelt disaster for UK businesses.
You don't get to the end of the pay freeze without having an impact.
With many household names having been in administration, nearly 30 high street stores are shutting every day. To survive, some bosses are willing to take extreme action and go undercover in their own organisations.
I used to love this job until Securitas took over.
This week, fierce competition in the courier delivery industry poses a challenge for the chief executive of DHL Express, who is terrified of losing a single customer.
It's a very tough market out there. If we fail, we don't keep a customer, which would be a disaster.
After decades in a boardroom, he's shocked by poor customer service.
Another customer whose problem we were not able to solve.
We're not magicians.
I didn't like the way we handled that at all.
And blown away by how much pressure his workers are under.
You'll see a lot of people hobbling around and they've got busted knees or busted backs.
They want you to live like Santa Claus, drive like Miss Daisy.
I'd be pretty demotivated, I think.
After struggling to keep his mission a secret,
Who are you really?
Who are I really?
finally he'll reveal his true identity.
I'm the chief executive of DHL UK.
Come again?
Do I still have a job?
Britons are the developed world's biggest internet shoppers, spending £68 billion online last year, an average of over £2,000 per person. And this new generation of online shoppers expect reliable and fast deliveries. As a result, the UK courier industry has grown in value to a staggering £5 billion. One of the biggest players in this market is DHL.
DHL covers anywhere in the world. We have a mantra: fastest transfer time and value for money. We will move practically anything.
CEO Phil Kootchman left Australia to join the company 30 years ago and has worked his way to the top.
Good morning.
In the 3 years since he became boss, he's seen the company's turnover reach £800 million.
DHL is growing now faster than ever before. We've got more shipments going through the system than we ever did, and there does not seem to be an end in sight.
To keep ahead of their competitors, the British network now relies on 4,500 staff, operating 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. But with such rapid expansion, Phil worries that customers' parcels aren't getting to the right location at the right time.
We might be pushing the whole network too hard. With the result, shipments ultimately don't get delivered on time, which would be a disaster.
Last Christmas, across the industry, 225,000 parcels failed to arrive when promised. Phil knows that DHL are a target for all his rivals, who will seize any opportunity to poach his customers.
It's a very tough market out there. There's some other good players, and it means that if you have dissatisfied customers, the customer walks. So if we put too much pressure on the employees and they can't cope, we would quickly be overtaken by our competitors.
To find out whether his company can keep ahead of the game, Phil is taking drastic action. He's decided to go undercover. But as the chief executive, he's more accustomed to sharp suits than overalls. And near retirement age at 64, he's going to find the work challenging.
DHL is a pretty physical job, actually, particularly in the front line. I would hope that I'm up to it physically, and in any event, I should be a bit fitter when I finish than when I started. Hi, honey. How are you?
Phil will be leaving his 6-bedroom townhouse and saying goodbye to his wife Fiona to go deep undercover, back onto the shop floor.
I think he's so recognisable. He's foreign, for a start. He's not English. And I can't imagine that he'll not look like Phil. I'd be interested to see how it goes, actually.
Phil will take on the role of Eddie King, a recent arrival from Australia whose search for a new job is being filmed for a TV documentary.
I'm Eddie King.
You look so different.
Is there going to be a good disguise out there?
It really is. I quite like the look, actually. I might keep it. Do us a turn. Go around. Just go all the way around.
The earring?
That's incredible.
Okay, honey.
You're off.
See ya. Bye.
Good luck.
For the next week and a half, Phil will be away from his home, living a new life undercover. Every day, DHL's network of 2,000 couriers deliver some 150,000 parcels to homes and businesses across the UK. But if deliveries are late or parcels go missing, these customers could take their business to rival firms. So Phil has decided to go straight to the call centre to find out what his customers really think.
If a customer calls DHL, they expect DHL to solve the problem. So I want to make sure we're not doing anything in there to antagonise customers.
Good afternoon, you're through to Vivian. How can I help?
Today, Phil will be working with Viv, one of 400 call centre operators.
Hello, Viv, how are you?
Very well, thanks. How you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Good, good. Do you want to come in and take
Great
a seat?
to be here, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Viv believes Phil is an Aussie being filmed looking for new job opportunities.
Do you want to put your headset on?
Sure.
OK, and we'll get taking some calls.
Viv and her team are trained to take over 100 calls a day and have a target of less than 4 minutes to handle each one.
When the customer comes through, just listen to what they've got to say. Sometimes people just want to get things off their chest, and then once they've had their little moment, ask for the relevant information as you would with any call.
Viv has undergone 6 weeks of intensive training, but this morning it's in at the deep end for the company's chief executive.
Hello, you're through to Eddie. Good afternoon. How can I help you?
Hi, Eddie. I'm just calling from Australia.
You're calling from Australia?
Customer Mary Ann is trying to track down a missing parcel she sent to the UK. She's already made one expensive international call today and is phoning again because no one from DHL rang her back.
So they've told me to lodge it through you guys because the parcel came through in the UK. And the lady handling it was Catherine.
OK. Would you mind just holding on a few moments, please? And I promise I won't keep you for long.
Call centre procedure dictates that missing parcels are routed to specific operators. In this case, Viv's colleague, Kath.
So we're going to put the call through to Kath.
So we're just going to pop it through to Kath. That's the last we'll see of it, eh?
Well, yeah. Can you hear me? Oh, Christ.
Viv?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello?
Viv, you there?
Yes, sorry, honey. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what were you doing?
Oh, nothing. I'm just training somebody, so I was on mute. I am sorry.
It's all right.
OK, I've got a lady on the phone that you've got a file for her parcel. Do you want the number?
Mary Ann's call is now approaching the 4-minute cut-off target that DHL set for phone operators like Viv.
Is she coming from Australia?
Yeah,
That's a bit worrying. Best call her back then.
No.
Hello? Can you just give us your number again and we'll call you back, because it must be costing you a lot of money.
But worried about not being called back, Mary Ann would rather stay on the line at her own expense.
Thank you. That's okay. No drama. Thank you. You're the nicest man I've had all day today from DHL.
Oh, no drama, eh? OK, great.
Phil's eager to put the customer through to the right person so she can get her complaint resolved.
I think she'd rather we put it back through to Kath. Let's just put it through to Kath. Go on. Kath's waiting for you. Yeah, we're going to put you through.
Okay,
We're going to put you through to Kath. Go on.
Okay, thank you.
No. Kath's going to call her back.
Phil is going off script. Viv's been trained to follow company protocol, but Phil thinks the rules are standing in the way of good customer service.
Marianne said, don't worry about it. I'll stay on the line.
No, Kath had already told you she'll call her back.
No,
so
look, you're wrong.
Just go back and say, Kath will call you back in a few moments.
Hello, Marianne. Kath insists on calling you back.
Sure.
Bye now.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, if the agent says, I'll call back, just go back to the customer and say, I'll get her to call you back. Don't think it's okay to put them through.
Look, I thought she was quite happy to hang on the line because she might have been a victim of people promising to call her back in the past and never got a call. Wouldn't it be really nice to ring Kath and say, did you get through to her?
No, we don't do that, Eddie, because it's not your job.
Or can we go on and see if Kath's logged?
No.
No?
No, it's not your job. Your job is to take the calls, we deal with them, and we move on.
This is Phil's worst nightmare. Cracks in the DHL system are leaving a customer still wondering where her missing parcel is, so potentially losing the company future business.
We've got a customer
Yeah.
whose problem we were not able to solve.
We can't solve everything. We're not magicians.
After just one day undercover, Phil is already realising not every customer's problem is being solved.
It was difficult staying undercover there, actually, because I hate to see a customer in that situation. I mean, I don't know if you saw me, but I was more than irritated. I truly did not feel as if we'd pulled out all the stops and done everything that we could to help her. That's what we needed to do, but we didn't do it.
Hyundai believes brilliant is when a tunnel becomes a magic gateway.
When you're smiling,
A puddle becomes a wave.
smiles with you. When
A hill becomes an amusement park.
you're laughing,
When the stars seem closer than ever. Hyundai helps you make every moment brilliant. Live brilliant. Hyundai.
A hotel in Barcelona. Something like this, but for 2 people.
Come on, more stylish.
Okay.
This one is perfect. Is there a pool?
Yeah, there is.
Trivago compares over 100 websites to find you your ideal hotel at the best price. Hotel? Trivago.
For a 35% no-claim discount on home insurance, chat to Churchill.
B&Q want to help you say goodbye to your unloved spare room. The guest room no one ever wants to sleep in. The spare room that's become a scare room. The room with no name. You can do it, Britain. Take up your rollers, your scatter cushions, and your floating shelf storage solutions. And let's make our spare rooms feel special again. Search unloved rooms today.
Breast milk is the best protection for your baby. And nothing compares to it. If you choose to move on, we've created Aptamil Follow-On Milk. Benefiting from 30 years' experience in breast milk research, it supports your baby in her new discoveries. Aptamil Follow-On helps support your baby from the inside.
One hotel, one price? Nah. So many websites have a different price. But with Trivago, you find the best one. Hotel. Trivago.
The Windows Phone Nokia Lumia 925 captures your night like no other smartphone camera, and most people agree.
Tonight, 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 I wanna be with you tonight, 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 tonight.
Estrella Damm, the beer of Barcelona.
Save enough to pay the rent? Potentially.
This week we made some money!
I've been trying to hold it all together.
Skins, the final series, starts tonight at 10 on E4.
DHL Chief Executive Phil Koopman has gone undercover in his own organisation.
I feel good. I feel like Eddie.
He's worried his company's rapid expansion is stretching the network and that he could be losing unhappy customers to rival firms. Across the industry, nearly 250,000 parcels failed to arrive in 1 month alone last year. So Phil's gone to Stoke to see how couriers are performing on the front line.
Eddie. Hi, mate. Martin.
Martin,
You're all right?
Good to see you.
Do you want to join the DHL crew, do you?
I do indeed.
God help you.
Phil will be working with 31-year-old courier Martin Booth. He thinks Phil is Eddie King, an Australian being filmed as he tries to find work in the UK.
And one.
This depot delivers to customers in remote locations, but has seen a massive 3-fold increase in parcels since the boom in internet shopping. And Phil knows that if his company can't deliver to customers in far-flung locations, then other companies will.
The expectations from the customers are high. I want to see how the couriers cope with long distances, taking shipments out to remote addresses, and the numbers of shipments going through Stoke are pretty high. I'm very interested to see how we're going to be coping with that kind of volume.
In an average week, Martin covers over 600 miles across 70,000 acres, delivering right to the customer's door.
Let's do this thing.
He's expected to deliver 8 parcels every hour.
They want you to deliver like Santa Claus and drive like Miss Daisy. Morning, you all right?
The pressure that's on them to make so many drops an hour is tricky. The stop-start and the country roads and corners all the way. I mean, that's quite time-consuming and it's quite demanding.
Hey, mate, you all right? That one for you.
Here's your shipment, my friend.
Right then, Ed, you've had a morning's training now. So how do you fancy having a go yourself and we'll swap positions for a bit?
Let's give it a go.
Yeah, you all right with that?
I'm with you.
Let's do it then.
At home, Phil drives an executive BMW with leather seats, and most importantly, a built-in sat-nav.
Right, then you have a look through that.
Okay, thank you.
Look for Calverley.
But despite relying on their couriers to deliver anything, anywhere, DHL doesn't even supply them with their own sat-navs.
You're on Waste Lane in Kelsall, and you want to go to Calverley.
Calverley, okay. God, this is terribly old-fashioned, isn't it? So basically what we've got to do is get to Tarporley.
Yep, so I'll start you off.
Yeah, that way. Got it.
Don't crash me van.
I'll try not.
Phil now has just 8 minutes to deliver each parcel if he is to stay on schedule.
I need to keep my wits about me here.
And Martin is offering no help at all.
Tarporley, let's go right, shall we?
This is going to take us back to where we were earlier on.
Jesus.
On your map?
I just don't understand why it wouldn't take me onto that A51.
Because we're going the wrong way for that.
It said Eton, get to Tarporley. So we want to go towards Chester, I think, correct? No, the other way, that's right. Yeah, towards Nantwich.
No comment. Could be here till Christmas with you.
I know, the way I'm going, we will be. But no, don't worry.
I'm getting my head down on that shelf for an hour.
No, don't worry, I've got a good feeling now.
Delayed deliveries mean dissatisfied customers, so managers keep a strict eye on their drivers' progress.
Hello?
Hello, bud, how are you doing?
Still in Tarporley.
Where are you?
Tarporley.
Having a laugh, aren't you?
No. Because my mate's lost. He can't find the stops.
Your mate's lost?
He can't find where he's going.
Phil finally manages to make his first delivery, some 30 minutes slower than Martin would have achieved.
Sorry about that, I'm new.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, bye.
The speed we were going today, I don't think we would have got round the route, if I'm totally honest. So, he needs to speed it up a bit if he wants to get into this game.
Too many late deliveries and vital customers could move to rival courier firms, so Martin is back in the driving seat. The missing sat-navs are not his only source of resentment. Martin's heard rumours about the company's Telford depot, just 40 miles away.
Well, the theory is, down the road in Telford, the starting wage is about £3,000 more a year. If that is the case, that they're earning more, I don't think it's very fair.
No.
But at the end of the day, all you want is to be paid for the job you're doing, isn't it? You're working hard every day, the best you can for the company.
Absolutely.
You'd hope that you're paid the same as your colleagues.
Absolutely. I would want to be paid the same as they pay me in Telford. But if I was in your shoes and I heard that, I'd go straight up to the manager and I'll say, what's going on here? Tell me, I need to know. Really. I think you English are too polite.
It could be that.
It's news to Phil that DHL aren't paying workers fairly, and so he's discovering that it's not just customers, but also good workers that he could be losing to rival firms.
The rumour that Telford get paid more than Stoke couriers really needs some investigation. Were I an employee in that position and I knew that there was such a difference in my salary and the guy up the road, I'd be pretty demotivated, I think.
In the UK, the vast majority of DHL's shipments come through the East Midlands airport and warehouse. Up to 150,000 parcels come in every night on planes or lorries. They're unloaded and sorted by hand before being distributed that night to homes and offices across the country. If Phil isn't to lose out to the competition, there could be no delays here, but it's already running over capacity.
We've had so much growth in the number of shipments. At the moment, it would be running a third over capacity, at least, probably more. And if we make mistakes here, the shipment probably doesn't get delivered on time. The East Midlands is critical to the success of the operation overall.
Tonight, Phil will be working with 55-year-old Graham.
You must be Graham.
How are you, good? All right?
How are you?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Your name?
Eddie.
Eddie, all right,
Eddie
boss.
King, how are you?
I believe you come to learn.
I have. Teach me.
I hope we can. As from this point, you're going to learn.
Graham has no idea that his new trainee is the chief executive of DHL.
Good stuff.
We're quite busy at the moment.
Yeah.
He's one of 270 people working against the clock to move the parcels through the warehouse, either onto lorries for UK distribution or onto planes for international delivery.
As the freight comes in, we're just trying to keep it as clear as we can. What's coming off the aircraft, we have to transfer to wherever it's going. What's coming off the truck, we transfer that to where it's going.
Right. So you've got to work fast?
Yes. Well, also we have to shut belts down.
Everything slows down.
And everybody's standing around then doing nothing while we clear it.
Placing a parcel on the wrong conveyor belt could send it to the opposite end of the country, causing its delivery to be delayed for days.
It's like the Sorcerer's Apprentice. You've got to keep shifting it.
The idea is to do 17 pieces a minute. That's what everybody should be doing.
To keep up, workers are expected to process 17 parcels every minute, and it's no different for the chief executive of the company.
From now, I'm going to start timing you. Go.
Right, go.
5 seconds.
Right, this one hasn't got a thing on it.
10 seconds.
I'll do that one later. Notice that.
If parcels get mis-sorted here, it results in lots of unhappy customers.
To be honest with you, that one I understand.
17 a minute.
And there are plenty of rivals keen to offer them their services.
That's 4.
What can I say? I can't find enough.
4. 4 a minute. I don't think you'd actually pass. That was terrible.
With a speed of just 4 parcels per minute, 64-year-old Phil wouldn't get a job at his own company.
He's not quite up to spec. I'd expect more, but new age.
How many people have you got here?
On this area, we usually have 5.
Yeah, do you find that people can cope with it?
It's hard work. Some people.
It looks like hard work, doesn't it?
Some people just can't
do it.
We're doing an average of 120, 125,000, so somebody has to pull it in.
So something's got to give something,
yes.
isn't it? I'm a little surprised that it's so intense. Those parcels keep on coming, and you have to keep on moving them, because if you don't, you're not going to get the aircraft out on time. It's like that. The number of shipments that we're handling, they are considerably higher than what they were 2 years ago. Clearly, that's put strains on the people, no question about that. What happens here in the hub on a night shift is very intense.
Phil's only been here a few hours, but Graham spotted something.
I don't know. I look at people's hands. There's no dirt there. It looks like he's been in an office for a long while. I know. When you ask certain questions, just don't seem right.
Suspicious colleagues are an undercover boss's worst nightmare.
I've just been wondering, who are you really?
Who are I really? Who am I really? I'm Eddie. You know?
You might be an Eddie, but you're not an Eddie that's come to a job at DHL.
Well, I know. I like the idea of working for DHL, that's for sure.
No disrespect to yourself, but somebody coming in to be put on a secondary, to be learning the job that is physically demanding, as I see it, just don't seem right.
Okay, the truth. So first of all, you're sworn to secrecy, right? Until a given time.
Yeah.
But have you heard of this this program, Undercover Boss?
Yes.
Here you have it, Undercover Boss. I'm it.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah. John Phil.
Phil?
Yeah.
I knew there was something. I hope it spoke out of line or killed you off.
Graham might have guessed his identity, but Phil is keener than ever to hear his views. And boss or not, Graham is not one to hold back.
I've asked to get senior management team to come down and have a look and see what we do. And I got, well, there's no need to, because it's working. It's working because they're working hard and they're working well.
It's a big, tough job that you guys are doing
It's
here.
a mega job, definitely.
Yeah.
You think, I'm a number, I'm coming into work and I'm going home.
Yeah.
That is a genuine feeling.
Yeah.
Why don't you ever come upstairs and praise the girls, last team, what they're doing?
Yeah.
And that would mean a massive amount from just one boss to say thank you.
I hear what you're saying.
Discovering that not just customers, but workers in a key part of his industry feel underappreciated is quite a shock to CEO Phil.
As the company has grown, it's become more impersonal, and an employee can be in danger of being too far away from management and just a number. I'd be disappointed if all the employees in the organisation felt unhappy.
Phil wants to continue his mission, but being unmasked so early has put it in serious jeopardy.
Graham looked me in the eye. I knew that I had to confess. I sincerely hope Graham doesn't divulge any of this to anybody else, because it will really compromise this mission. It's just not going to work if anybody finds out about it.
It's standing up, standing proud, standing any which way but down. It's keeping that barbecue blazing on till the storm clouds part. It's braving shorts when all around you dare not bare leg. When it's 10 deep at the bar, it's keeping your upper lip forever stiff. It's building a bridge over troubled water, then a bridge over that bridge. That's 2 bridges. It's rising to every occasion, never buckling, never flinching. Through thick and thin, then back through thick again. It's fighting fire with fire and winning. Superfire. It's character, my friends, and it calls for a Stoford Press cider, slowly matured for a little extra character of its own. Stoford Press from Western Cider. Press on.
Your turn.
The new Jaguar F-Type. Your turn.
YouView is an easy way to watch catch-up TV on your TV. Simply scroll back through the last 7 days on the guide and catch up on the programs you've missed with just one press of a button. So get comfy and get connected with YouView, extraordinary TV for everyone.
When it comes to car selling, thousands of people have decided to let go of all the hassle that can go with it, because they know all you need is 3 simple steps. 1. Free online valuation. 2. Appointment at your local branch. 3. Complete the sale and join over 425,000 people who've chosen to sell with us. With over 125 branches, it's never been easier. Enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
I like it here. It's nice. The garden is full of monsters. My friend Danny lives next door. Danny! Danny! Mummy and Daddy moved into Grandma and Granddad's house for a bit, but they didn't like it. Then the bank lent them some money to buy their own house. This house. So they could have me.
Told you not to buy a cheap sat nav. We need to take the next left. If you look properly, we go right at the roundabout. Oh, that's ridiculous, man. Where'd you get this map? I got it in a shop.
Hey, why don't we ask someone for directions?
Never in all my life.
McCoy's, rich, thick, and rammed full of flavour.
Get the car. No, you get in the car.
McCoy's, man crisps. What?
This week on Hollyoaks.
Everyone has secrets, son. Did you tell anyone?
He has changed. He's still a killer.
You know what I'm capable of.
Trevor's not some part-time gangster. Anyone that crosses him is dead.
Hollyoaks, all this week at 6:30 on 4.
Phil Kochman is the CEO of DHL, a multi-million-pound courier delivery business that staked its future on beating its big brand rivals. Whilst undercover, Phil's true identity has already been rumbled by one employee at the East Midlands Airport depot, so he's quickly changing jobs.
I'm quite concerned that I'll be spotted. We're going to have to move fast. We're going to have to get out there and get to these other sites and talk to these other people before it leaks.
Still undercover, he's leaving the warehouse to work outside unloading planes. Delays here would spell disaster for thousands of customers.
I want to talk to the people and I want to find out how they're coping with the volumes of shipments that are going through and also how they're coping with what must be a repetitive type of work.
37-year-old Adam has spent 10 years as a ramp loader.
How do you do?
Adam, how are you?
All right.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Will you be following us around tonight?
Indeed, I will.
Showing you the ropes and everything?
Thank you very much. I look forward to it.
For Adam and the team, every night the race is on to unload 24 planes by hand.
We'll be pushing cans, so I hope you got your muscles on.
Yeah, you bet. Absolutely. I've been training.
Each aircraft container can hold up to 1,000 packages and weigh as much as 3.5 tons.
What's it?
The average age for ramp workers is 41.
They're nice and heavy, aren't they? Jeez.
And Adam is worried that his new 64-year-old employee might not be able to keep up.
It can definitely put a lot of strain on people that are senior age. Like, I know he's not that old, but it's a very, very strenuous job.
Whoa. This is hard work. I'm a little surprised that it's so manual, you know, in terms of loading them. I won't have to go to the gym tomorrow.
The pressure to get the parcels out to the customers as quickly as possible is having a serious side effect on Adam and his team.
I've been in a couple of times and not been able to move, having to lie down on a table in there. Like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but...
God.
Yeah, I mean, it comes with the job bad back on the ramp.
Working with a sore back is one thing, but many of the loaders actually lose days of work due to their injuries.
You don't want to keep having time off because it's, you know, people have got families, you've got money problems.
Yes, I'm presumably not going to get paid if you have too much time off.
No, of course not, no. Got to get some physio every now and again, just to heal me back a bit.
Sure.
It is tough to do this job with back pain. You'll see a lot of people hobbling around on the ramp, whether they've got busted knees or busted backs, but you know, you just keep on trudging.
Maybe you could have warm-up exercises before a shift.
Never thought about that. I mean, you got to, what, doing star jumps on the ramp before we start? Touching your toes and whatnot. If I touch my toes, I'd never get back up. I tell you.
Unloading just one plane has brought Phil face to face with how his company's drive to succeed is affecting his workforce.
I didn't realise it seems to go with the territory that you're going, it's quite likely that you'll get a bad back. It's costing them money to see specialists, a couple of visits to the chiropractor a year, and it can amount to quite a lot of money. That doesn't seem to be a great thing to me. So certainly try and find a way to see if we can help.
For loaders like Adam, there's one way out: to get a job driving one of the vehicles pushing planes on and off the runway. But despite 10 years of loyal experience, Adam is yet to be given a promotion.
I mean, I've been pushing for training on everything like since I started, but you know, I don't necessarily get it.
Newer members of staff with far less experience are being moved up.
It used to be back in the day, you know, first come, first serve, whoever was here the longest to get it, but now it's just on a vote basis.
But you do pretty well, wouldn't you?
I've always got exceeds on my appraisals.
Exactly, you can't do much more than exceed, can you?
For Phil, it's a clear sign that in its drive to expand quickly, DHL's key asset, its long-term staff, are being ignored.
He's been in the company 10 years, and he's still at a second lowest grade. I think that in itself raises some questions and the sorts of things that I'd like to pursue. How come after 10 years you wouldn't have got a few grades higher?
Back in the day, when I first started here, it was absolutely awesome, you know. You did it on merit, it was all on merit. It just seems to have changed quite a lot over the last 7, 8 years.
I see, you know, a good guy, competent, passionate.
You know, if you're not the favourite, then you're not really going to get much, are you? It's not... Damn it. It's not about, like, how hard you work and how long you've been here. It's just, like... It's kind of a favouritism thing. It's not the money. I'd just like to be able to do things. You know what I mean?
Finding loyal staff as frustrated as Adam is a shock to Phil. His company's expansion plans rely on the skills and experience of workers like him.
If you don't recognise talent, you run the risk of losing good employees, people going off and working for someone else. We do want people to be ambitious. We do want people to want to improve themselves, and he seemed to indicate that he's finding roadblocks and that he can't.
Phil is growing increasingly concerned that DHL isn't giving its employees enough support, and this could jeopardize their ability to deliver to the customer on time. So he wants to see how staff perform in London, its busiest region, responsible for 1/3 of all UK business.
Lambeth is the biggest service centre that DHL have in the UK. The pressures on them to do those deliveries in London are absolutely intense. I'd be disappointed if I found that there wasn't really a strong customer service ethic. So I really want to get in that courier van with the guy, and I want to see for myself.
London routes are amongst the most valuable, and competition between firms is fierce for a share of this lucrative market.
Marcello.
Nice to meet you. Are you ready to go?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Let's go, guys.
36-year-old Brazilian Marcelo has been delivering DHL parcels for 7 months.
Oh, you got a busy day?
Yeah, unfortunately, we got a busy day.
Really?
So, about 120 stops altogether.
That's pretty busy, huh?
It is. It is really busy.
You're going to park it and get out on foot, huh?
Yeah. Most of the time on foot.
Right.
Morning.
Hello.
How are you?
Good morning.
Incredibly, Marcelo averages delivery of 1 parcel every 2 minutes.
It's pressure.
Yeah.
It's hard to understand.
There's pressure on you, guy.
Parking spaces are so scarce that Marcelo spends most of his route on foot, pounding pavements and scaling stairs.
Always steps. Steps up, steps down. You know, sometimes I dream about steps, you know? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye.
Marcello's a really happy, positive character.
Have a lovely day. Thank you very much.
Who puts out a really nice image as he goes around to those customers. He's a great advertisement.
People say be smile.
In the busiest traffic in Britain, Marcello still manages to hit all his targets.
GHL.
But Phil's disappointed to discover Marcello isn't even a permanent member of staff. He's a freelance courier.
To look at you and the van, the uniform, customer, they'll think this is DHL.
That's everyone thing.
With no contract or ties to the company, Marcello has been thinking of leaving to join a rival firm in the hope of securing a permanent job.
Work as a GHL employee is just 1,000 times better.
Is it?
Wow.
So you'd much rather be one, a DHL employee?
Yeah, of course, because at the end of the day, as a self-employed, everyone knows you can go the sack anytime.
Marcello fears losing his job and salary because 14 years ago he was forced to leave Brazil to find work as his parents were poverty-stricken.
My dad's financial wasn't that good. He lost everything. I'm the only boy he got. I said, Daddy, I gotta go somewhere else to help you, Mom and Daddy.
Without knowing a word of English, Marcello found work in the UK. He's been sending money home to support the whole family ever since.
Approximately how much money do you send home?
I send about half my wage home. The other half of the money pay my bills down here.
So you're working very hard in a foreign country to support your mum and dad?
Yes.
And do you miss them?
A lot.
And they miss you?
A lot. You know, I love to talk to them every day, but I don't like to talk to them every day because we both cry, both parts. There's no word I could explain how much I miss them. But I'm not blaming no one, I'm happy. There's no one forced me to do this. No one asked me, you had to do this. No, I'm doing because I love them, and I would do again.
It's tough for anybody to come here and establish themselves. To arrive here, 21 years old, no money, no language, and get into a job in London and make a success of it. He's an extraordinary guy.
It's the end of Phil's week undercover, and he's seen firsthand how rapid expansion is putting pressure on his frontline workers.
Overall, I think we're pushing employees too hard. We've got to get in touch with the ground floor workers. If we don't, we'll lose market share, we'll lose customers, and we'll start to go backwards.
Hello. I am Confused.com, the fastest insurance comparison robot in the world. But you can call me Brian.
Right.
I've run your details through my extensive circuits, resulting in a saving of £225 on your car insurance.
That's all right, that is, isn't it?
Yay. Who is our daddy?
I don't know.
Bye-bye. Confused.com. How may I save you? Pounds.
This is the story of the oats in Quaker Oats. In many ways, a super grain. Super for being high in fiber. The energy it gives to keep us going. The way it helps lower cholesterol. And super for how it makes us feel super. Quaker Oats. Energy, fiber, helps lower cholesterol.
Save £156, £225, £172. Stolen. £200, £165, All units are moving into position. We have the back surrounded.
Right! This is your last chance if you want to... Sunshine? Come out now with your swimming trunks on! Pim's o'clock, people! Woo!
Everything stops for Pim's o'clock.
Listen, it's been 2 months. I think we should take this to another level.
Online gaming.
No, I mean we should make this official.
Go fishing.
Your Wi-Fi keeps breaking up.
Breaking up.
Not me, it's definitely you.
Hey.
The connection, that bad boy works like a dream.
You've been a bad boy.
Hmm? I just want you to be my girlfriend.
Oh. Okay.
You know, if you want.
Yeah.
You'll have to make some changes, though.
I can change.
The new BT Home Hub's wireless signal gives you unbeatable reliability.
At Quaker, we've taken whole grain oats, packed with fibre, and put them in a tasty new Quaker Oats So Simple breakfast biscuit.
Now when I was a little boy, at the age of 5, I had something in my pocket. Keeps a lot of folks alive. We can have a lot of fun. I'm a man. A spell and the new Seat Leon SC.
Seat.
It's another adventure, isn't it, Pep?
Bit of a classic. Sometimes you have to be a wee bit bad if you want to do some good. You alright?
Starting with Joe Gilgan and Henry, a new series of Coming Up starts tonight at 11:05 on 4.
After a week undercover, DHL boss Phil Koopman is back at head office. Under Phil's leadership, the company has expanded rapidly.
Good morning.
But his time undercover has brought him face to face with the impact this has had on his frontline workers. He's called an urgent meeting to deliver some shocking news to his board of directors.
What I found is that the customers are getting served, but I think we can improve our customer service on the phones, and we're working the staff very hard across the entire organisation. These guys are really stretched, big time. Overall, we need to go out there as managers and get in the field with the people who actually do the work. I've learned how important it is for the workers to feel appreciated and valued. It does and will make a huge difference.
Now Phil has summoned his employees to head office.
A little bit anxious, because I don't know why the bloody hell I'm here.
A bit worried to see what's waiting for me.
I've never been to the head office before. I've put my best threads on to make a bit of an impression.
Nervous, yeah. I was shaking earlier. I can't see why I'd be called down to head office if I'd done something really bad.
Hello, Viv.
Hello.
Do you remember me?
You're not Eddie.
I'm not Eddie. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
Do you know who I am, Marcello?
No.
Is that a trick question?
No, it's a straightforward question.
No?
I'm not Eddie King.
Right.
I'm the chief executive
Right.
of DHL in the UK.
You're the governor.
I'm the governor.
I got you.
That's it.
Right.
You look shocked.
Come again?
You're in a state of you're in a state of shock.
How's your knees?
Well, actually, the knees are all right. The back was a bit dodgy there for a while.
We had an easy night that night as well, so...
yeah, that's right. Yeah. You've got a great set of guys out there.
Yeah.
You work very hard. There are a couple of things that I picked up on. The first one, of course, which I experienced firsthand, was the job involves a lot of physical pushing and pulling, and clearly does result in people having aches and pains and bad backs.
Once or twice a year,
you know, your back's just going to go out. You know, you're going to put that much pressure on it. All of a sudden, it's going to stop you, and then you're going to have a few weeks off work.
What I'm going to do is arrange for a physiotherapist to be at the hub twice a week to begin with.
Wow.
We'll see what the demand is like. So
the guys would really appreciate that. I'll guarantee that.
The other one, which was you're a guy that's been there 10 years and you haven't had fair chances getting on to doing what you want to do out there. So you feel as if you've been passed over. Mm-hmm. I felt very strongly that the company should help you to achieve some of your aspirations. I will ensure that you are going to be a qualified candidate for next time that grade C comes up. And in addition to that, I will personally referee you into that job.
Bit taken back by it, but yeah, that's a great idea.
You work hard, you're a good team member, you're energetic, you're cheerful, and it's been a pleasure working with you.
You too. Yeah. Really happy. All the chaps on the ramp will appreciate it too, so yeah, it's just a good feeling.
So how do you feel about all this?
Bit nervous.
Do you? No need for that at all. You're a really good guy. I think you're a great employee. Very grateful to you for letting me drive your van. Terribly, I might add. But clearly, if couriers need sat-navs, clearly the company ought to pay for them.
Good news, then.
The other observation that you made, it's one that disturbed me quite a bit, quite frankly, about the disparity in the pay between Telford and Stoke. And I found that you're absolutely correct, but I've changed that straight away. The immediate effect on you is that you're going to get a pay rise of £1,800, and for your colleagues, I guess, a similar amount.
The lads will be made up about that. It's going to stop all the negative thoughts that we're underpaid and all that business. You just want the same as your counterparts, don't you? So it means I can take the family on holiday, a nice holiday in the summer, so yeah, it's brilliant news. That's all good. Good news all around, sat-navs, pay rise, can't complain about anything really, so yeah, the future's looking good.
So, yeah, this is a big shock. A bit worried. Do I still have a job?
You may not like exactly what I've got to say at this moment, but hear me out. The morning I spent with you up there, I've got to say, quite frankly, I was actually disappointed with the way it went. As a customer, I wouldn't have been at all happy. I don't think that you put yourself in the customer's shoes. You quoted policy and process. We kind of read them the rule book. We did what we had to do, and sorry, Gov, that's it. What do you think about that?
Our targets are so specific, and there is a lot of pressure on myself and my colleagues to get them on, get them off. We don't always get the resolution we want, but that's, again, because we are constrained and it's very frustrating for us.
I can see all that, and I agree with everything you've said. And, of course, you still have a job. Because I think the fault lies, to quite a large extent, with me, with the training that I sanction. It's pretty clear to me that you need a team of people that will break the rules that you are currently constrained by. What I'm going to propose is that I send you off to the reputedly land of customer service excellence. You go across to Phoenix, Arizona, where our call centre is there, for a few days. Bring back some ideas.
That's really nice.
It's been very good for me, this whole thing. I'm glad I came round. I was pretty irritable old Aussie, wasn't I?
You were fine. I'm glad that you got to see all you saw and heard, and I hope that you feel that I've been as honest with you now as I can be. I think it's a brilliant idea to go to Phoenix, and maybe they'll go, well, we've got a solution to your problem and it's this, and that's, oh God, why didn't we think of that? So I'm really excited to go and, yeah, just pump them from information and get some really good feedback.
I'm full of admiration for you for the way that you do your job. You are popular with the customers, that you work hard, and you do it with a smile on your face.
Always.
And I think you are a real asset to DHL. When you spoke about your own story, I was particularly taken by helping your mother and father. It's probably one of the most noble stories I've ever heard. So what I've done is I've drawn you up a contract for full-time employment. This will allow you to have regular salary, a pension, fully paid holidays. What I thought I'd do as a gesture of my gratitude to you, I'm going to fly you home to Brazil. You can go home and see your parents and have an early holiday. We welcome you to a full-time career with DHL, and I hope a long and lasting one.
Despite rewarding Marcelo for his loyalty, after the meeting it emerges that Phil has failed to convince Marcelo of his true identity.
I promise you, he's the boss. Really? Of the whole of DHL UK. No way. No way. No way.
And Marcelo doesn't believe the job offer and trip to Brazil are real.
I want to see this guy again. I want to see his badge, you know, his ID.
Now Marcelo wants to ask Phil if he really is the chief executive of DHL Express.
Marcello. Hey.
How are you?
I'm good.
I just want to know if you're the Phil. Because I thought you're just an actor.
An actor? I can prove to you, I'm not the actor. That's me. A little more hair. I've got another one with another governor.
No way.
Yes, I got the big governor. Yeah, you know him, don't you? Everybody knows him.
Yeah, everyone knows him. Wow. Now I believe.
Now you believe?
Yeah.
I just want you to know for sure that the gifts are real.
Real?
You bet.
Wow.
The contract is the contract.
It's a real contract?
You bet, absolutely.
Wow, my goodness.
No acting there, Marcello.
No.
No acting.
This is the best thing happened to me in 14 years in London. I don't want to start crying.
Hey.
I'm sorry. Just so happy. You know, so happy.
Thank you very much. God bless you and God bless your family.
Thank you.
Going undercover. I've learned we've got facilities that are straining at the seams. We might be putting too much pressure on the people. I'm really going to make sure we're working harder than before to make sure it doesn't have a devastating effect for our customers.
Next time, the boss of Securitas investigates how a recent takeover has affected staff.
Calm down, stop tensing up.
If the people on the ground aren't doing the job, then the customer's not going to be secure. And we won't keep contracts.
To be honest, this has ruined my relationship.
It's not going to make any difference, is it, if I just go through that way?
No, but